4 individuals, including 3 foreigners, have pleaded guilty to charges of illegal wildlife trafficking after being caught attempting to smuggle thousands of valuable queen ants through Kenya. The Kenya Wildlife Service has described this as a significant case, highlighting a troubling shift in wildlife trafficking trends, with criminals now targeting smaller, often overlooked species that fetch high prices in international exotic pet markets. The suspects, 2 Belgian nationals, 1 Vietnamese citizen, and 1 Kenyan, have pleaded guilty to charges related to the illegal possession and trafficking of live queen ants. The suspects appeared before Senior Principal Magistrate Thuku at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport Court to face charges of dealing in wildlife species without a permit. The 2 Belgian nationals were arrested on April 5 at a guest house in the Lakeview area of Ngudu County. According to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, they were found in possession of approximately 5,000 live queen ants packed in 2,244 tubes, with an estimated street value of 1 million Kenya shillings. In a separate but related case, the Vietnamese national and their Kenyan accomplice were apprehended between April 5 and April 6 at a hotel in Nairobi's Central Business District and at an apartment in Seoul. They were found with approximately 400 queen ants, valued at 200,000 Kenya shillings, packaged in 140 test tubes. The investigation revealed a sophisticated smuggling operation designed to evade detection. The ants were concealed in specially modified test tubes and syringes, designed to sustain the insects for up to 2 months during transit. Cotton wool was used to support the ants' survival, while also obscuring the contents from airport scanners, showing clear evidence of a calculated attempt to bypass security systems. The garden ants were destined to be illegally trafficked to China and Europe, stated the prosecutor, though some of these claims were disputed by the defense. The Kenya Wildlife Service noted that the suspects had deliberately attempted to circumvent security measures by concealing the contents of these containers. The ants involved in this smuggling operation are believed to be commonly known as giant African harvester ants, which are native to Kenya. These insects are highly prized in exotic pet markets across Europe and Asia. Queen ants, in particular, command premium prices in underground markets. Common species can sell for between 200 and 1,000 Kenya shillings, while larger, rarer species fetch between 1,500 and 5,000 Kenya shillings. The most exotic or difficult to catch queen ants can command prices between 6,000 and 15,000 Kenya shillings. In the UK market, some dealers value these giant African harvester ants at as much as £170 each. This case highlights a growing trend in wildlife trafficking that has shifted from well-known mammals to smaller, often overlooked species. The Kenya Wildlife Service has labeled this a significant case representing a troubling change in trafficking trends. The fight against wildlife trafficking extends beyond elephants and rhinos, said a KWS spokesperson. It includes the protection of smaller, often overlooked species that play a vital role in ecosystems. This is not the first case of ant trafficking in Kenya. In 2023, 3 suspects, Martin Nyota and Eunice Mathoni, were arraigned and charged with the illegal exportation of safari ants worth 300,000 Kenya shillings to France. They were accused of dealing in live wildlife species at JKIA between June 2 and 19, 2023, without the required permits. In that case, the suspects had misdeclared the shipment as handcrafted plastics and wooden jewelry, which actually contained live ants. Rose Warimu faced an additional charge of concealing prohibited goods, contrary to Section 200 of the East African Community Customs Management Act, 2004. Experts suggest that the demand for these ants stems primarily from exotic pet enthusiasts, who keep the insects in specialized habitats known as where they can observe the construction of ant colonies. The impressive size and beauty of giant African harvester ants make them particularly appealing to potential pet owners. The Kenya Wildlife Service has emphasized that these ants are protected by international biodiversity agreements, and their trade is strictly regulated. The illegal collection and export of these species constitutes a crime under Kenyan law. The court has deferred the matter to April 15 to allow the prosecution to present the facts of the case and submit the physical exhibits. The accused will remain in custody at the JKIA police station until Tuesday, pending the determination of their fate by the court. According to the KWS, this prosecution delivers a powerful message that Kenya is committed to enforcing compliance and represents a notable advancement in Kenya's battle against unconventional wildlife offenses. This case underscores Kenya's commitment to protecting all forms of wildlife, including species that may not receive the same attention as iconic African animals. As wildlife traffickers adopt new strategies and target different species, enforcement agencies are adapting their approaches to combat these emerging threats. The prosecution of these 4 individuals sends a clear message about Kenya's determination to preserve its biodiversity and uphold international conservation agreements, regardless of the species involved or the scale of the operation.